You were involved in religious broadcasting, Frank.
Yes. When I became president of Exeter Synagogue, it must have been in the 1980s, I can't remember the exact date, I was working part-time in museums, so I was able to do childcare Sundays for half the week, but also I was involved in sort of religious voluntary work. So as well as doing funerals and taking services and showing schools around the synagogue, I ended up on committees, like one was with the County Council of Religious Education, but also an interesting one was the independent television broadcasting company in the southwest. At that time, the franchise went to what was called TSW, Television Southwest, and I was invited to join the Religious Advisory Board, which was chaired by the Earl of Iddesleigh and had various members of different faiths, and I was the first Jewish member. And it was interesting and fascinating, and of course I did see it from a different viewpoint, and to their credit they asked me to make a broadcast, so I did do I think a thing called close down or something. At the end of the day there was a God slot, and so I did one, and I forget what it was about, but I do have a recording of it. Sadly, after about 2 years of belonging to the board, they lost the franchise for no good reason. It was just a whim of the government at the time. They gave it to somebody else. It's almost like just to prove you didn't have a right to it, and so I didn't do any more broadcasting. One particular memory of my religious broadcast for Television Southwest, my mother happened to be visiting. May God bless her. She came with me, and she spent her time before I went into the studio and doing the recording for the broadcast, telling the producer, well, wasn't really Jewish, my dad wasn't Jewish, all her personal stuff and inappropriate stuff, and I just shrugged. I've become quite well known, certainly to my interviewer, for my shrugging, and I did it on that occasion. That's what mums do. Mums know how to undermine you totally and deflate you and put you back in your place as a little boy in nappies.